Hello and welcome back, teenage dirtbags. It's our life, beginnings and always. We're still into step 2 here, and I'm telling you, let's get it. Summer 2025 is fantastic. I'm having a good time. I'm got some kind of thoughts and ideas about my YouTube channel and such. They are also making a new YouTube changes coming up to the channels, and I'm hoping I'm going to be fine with that. I think I'm such a small channel and not monetized that nobody cares what I do, because Kappa didn't care what I did. Also eating some spaghetti, so I might be a little bit noisy here and gross. But it was a fantastic 2 weeks vacation. I did the things. I did some of the things. I ate the cup ice creams from this that I talked about having this nostalgia for. They had them at the grocery store. I went to the little grocery store in my hometown. I got so many thoughts and things. I went to the beach a bunch. I built sandcastles. I went up on the hills, out in the woods, all the familiar places, and to the, town and stuff. And it was like this. I'm reminded that my childhood and my life has been like this. I mean, my life's not like this now, but I didn't have a cove in my life. I didn't have the exact same kind of, experiences that Marina is having. I realized I didn't start my timer. But I had, an idyllic, peaceful childhood. And on that note, what are we doing today? We are doing the one I was excited the most. One of the ones I was excited the most for. We're gonna catch a wave today. This will be fun. All that comes next is floating. A wave's a wave. The family shopping trip had lasted most of the morning, and you still had to unload everything from the trunk before you could go enjoy the afternoon. You cradled another bag in your arms as you headed towards your house. It was one of the heavier bags from the grocery store, loaded with fresh apples, ripe tomatoes, a bunch of carrots, and even half a watermelon. The Foster family eats good. Welcome back to Marina Foster and her parents. Ma came out the front door and paused just ahead of you.
It's no trouble.
Need any help with that, Marina? I can bring the rest of the way if you want me to. Yes, please, it would be helpful. Yes, please, it was just too heavy. No, I've got it. You were doing fine. No, I've got it. You just managed to hold it. You eagerly agreed with a nod of your head. You needed someone else to take it. You didn't say anything. You could finish the job yourself, no problem. No, I mean, honestly, that doesn't sound like a lot. She's got it. Even if it was large, it really wasn't any problem for you. Ma gave you an encouraging grin and rustled her fingers through your orange hair. Hey, remember that I have orange hair. So, yeah, the thing here... The other thing that's interesting to me is that doesn't sound like it's a lot. It's a few. Unless they're buying like in bulk produce, I guess. Produce isn't that heavy. The watermelon would be the heaviest thing in there, and it's only half. Depends on how big it is, too, I guess. You set the next bag on the counter. Your older sister began to root around inside for the contents with a sigh. How much is left? Still a few more bags. With a huff and a puff, Elizabeth continued putting away the groceries, and you retreated out of the kitchen before you could become the target of her bad mood. I like putting away groceries. Deal with it, Elizabeth.
Be careful.
You hadn't been looking where you were going and bumped right into Mom, almost stepping on her toes to boot. Sorry. I can give you a pass this time, but be sure to watch where you're going. If you run into the wrong person, you might get your license revoked. She grinned at the bad joke as you continued through the door. Thanks, Mom. Just wait till I start driving. Outside, Ma had started organizing what remained and putting back any loose objects that had fallen out during the trip. When you stepped up to the trunk beside her, she took in a big breath of air, her dress gently swaying around in the breeze. We're going to try to finish this summer. This is summer 2025. Let's get it. I've got plans beyond this, so we've got to work hard. Step 3 will be noticeably shorter because I won't be doing any of the Baxter DLC stuff, so...
That's a shame.
We had to spend the morning cooped up in that shopping center. It's a beautiful day, don't you think? You tilted your head to the sky, gazing at the clear blue expanse. Yeah, it is. Days like today are my favorite. It's too hot. I wish it was raining. I like it when it's stormy the best. So let's... I need to take a minute. Better yet, let's take matter of fact, Let's take 4B. This statement. I am getting sick and tired of this statement. Everybody has been saying this. I have this whole idea this year. So, yes, it's hot. Yes, it's 90, 100 degree heat index some places with high humidities. Should that stop you from enjoying your summer? Absolutely not. Do it. Just get out. Go do something outdoors this weekend. I encourage you. Regardless of the weather. Unless it's like dangerous or something, you know, for whatever reason where you live. You'll see that just getting out and enjoying the fresh air, regardless of the temperature, can be rewarding. It's my plan. To be fair, I'm probably not going to do anything this weekend, but that's just because I've been non-stop busy the last 2.5 weeks, and I think I deserve a break. But, like, I got plans to go camping, on adventures, some road trips this summer yet. I am going to do some stuff. I'm going to record some stuff for you. And we are going to, you know, I don't care how hot it is. No such... So stop saying this. As Robert would say, stop being so negative. Don't be like Jim. Days like today are my favorite. Mom smiled at you, her amber eyes glinting with affection. You and your sister are a lot alike in that way, and me too. You gave her a familiar look, but eventually you turned back to help her with the last of the bags. Oh, hi, Cove. You noticed Mom wave over at Cove, who had just exited his front door, his surfboard propped up under one arm. Let me see, surfboard and wetsuit. Where might you be off to on this beautiful day? Cove flinched at being called so suddenly. He hadn't realized there were people out here already, but he quickly recovered. Mr. Cove and his Mr. Wetsuit? Nice. Good one, Mrs. Foster. Suddenly he's closer. He crossed the pavement to properly say hello to you and your moms. Hello, honey. It's a beautiful day for surfing. I haven't been out in the waves in a long time. I'm jealous. Ma is a surfer, and because of that, Marina has definitely picked that up. So we will definitely be surfing in this episode, and I am looking forward to it. I think I already expressed to Cove's mom that surfing was one of my hobbies. Cove smiled, pleased to have people around who shared his hobby.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get in a few good ways before it gets dark. Do you want to come hang out there later, Marina? Sure, I'll meet you there when we're done. Oh, yeah, I could do that. Alright. I can't this time. Can't this time? Really? No, sure, I'll meet you there when we're done.
Cool.
Can I help out with anything? No. This is our job. You go enjoy the beach. Marina can catch up as soon as she's finished here. Alright, I'll see you. Yeah. You watched as Cove headed off towards the beach, unable to hide your grin knowing that you'd be joining him soon. This is just a simple moment where we go to the beach with Cove. But I'm so excited to see what the surfing is like, because, man, Marina is going to do that. It's her thing. Once everything had finally been taken in and put it away, you got ready to meet Cove at the beach. You yourself ready to meet Cove at the beach. So, yeah, absolutely, this is something that, you know, they don't make you do the whole, like, groceries thing, right? You had a surfboard in your room that you want to take with you. Your family had a surfboard around here somewhere. You weren't sure you were doing to do. He was surfing, you didn't know how. Oh, no. We had a... Yeah. We've learned from the best here. You've been practicing your surfing more and more lately. It was always ready to go. After grabbing your board and getting everything ready, you headed down to the beach.
Have fun.
Stay safe. When you arrived at the shore, you were greeted by the crash of waves and the soft calls of seagulls. You took in a lungful of ocean air and felt your tan skin warm in the sun. Wow, orange hair, tan skin, we're already like frickin' calling out Marina everything that she is here. You notice a small setup nearby with a towel, some sunscreen, and a bottle of water. That's about usually what I bring to the beach. It must be Cove's. He spotted Cove himself nearby. He hadn't gotten out to sea yet. He was just sitting in the sand at the water's edge, his board propped up beside him. You ran up beside him. Hey, are you waiting for someone? Marina. He looked up at you with a smile and quickly hopped to his feet. I was wondering if you were still coming. I wouldn't have missed it. Sorry you had to wait. And stay inside all day? I don't think so. You were able to make him laugh with that. And he cast his eyes out toward the waves. See, I will say this. I'm a very stay-at-home person. I don't go to parties. I don't do things with people. I mean, I did a bunch of stuff over the last 2 weeks. But But I am all about right now trying to have activity in my life and trying to enjoy life. Every year gets shorter. Every year we have less and less time, and our lives are shortening. Don't you want to make the most of it and have adventures and have memories? Why should you stay inside all day? Cove, I'm not that good at surfing. I'm ready to get in there. Want to have a competition? Will you give me some tips? Want to have a competition? Come on. This is Marina Foster. She learned surfing from her mom. She loves it. She loves the beach. She loves the ocean. She's named after part of the ocean, just like a sometimes, a lot of times, there's a marina in a cove. Just saying. That was the whole naming scheme here. And she's competitive AF. What does the winner get? You wrinkled your nose and thought about it for a moment. If you win, I'll let you have my dessert next time you come over for dinner. And if you win, I'll give you mine. You shook hands to settle the terms, ran out in the water together. You paddled out to sea where the good waves were. The water was cool against your skin. Man, look at that ocean. So I was just, like I said, I spent part of the last couple weeks up on Lake Superior, which is like a freshwater ocean, basically. It's the size of one. It's the size of a small sea. Like some of the seas in the Middle East, it's the same size, if not bigger. People don't surf there. There's too many waves and it's cold and stuff. It's not that kind of waves. But I've been to California. I've seen the beaches. I've seen the surfers. I want to go back. I want to go to a beach. I want to see this kind of stuff. But I love it, man. I don't think I could ever surf, but I love watching it. I love the ocean.
Nice.
Not too calm, but nothing crazy. It looks perfect today. Look at this man's on his surfboard. We've never seen this before. This is Cove on. Wait, does his shirt? No, it says Duro. Oh, it's like Ski-Doo or something like that. Because we know Cove loves jet skis. This is pretty cool. He smiled at you, and you couldn't help but smile back. You felt totally content. Till Cove kicked the water a little too hard, and it inadvertently splashed you. Hey, sorry. The apology did not come across as especially repentant, as he was practically laughing when he said it. You splashed him back. He laughed and waited for an opening for revenge. The second he looked away, you kicked back, spraying him. This isn't what we were supposed to compete over, Marina. Okay. These only get better and better. I'm sorry. I'm not sure which one of these backgrounds I want to use for the frickin'... We have, like, wet Cove here. He's dripping wet with the water we splashed him with. What are you gonna do, disqualify me? He paddled your surfboard close enough to bump into his, and he put his hand on his chest in mock outrage, and athletic feet giving his position. You tried to splash him once more, but he was ready for it, and got you first. He looked at you with a cheeky smile. Didn't you want to come out to do some surfing before the afternoon's over? Yeah. One battle was over, but the war was just beginning. By the time you set the standards for the low competition, you felt relaxed in the sea. You wanted to show off. You surfed carefully. You decided to go with the flow. Marina Foster is definitely a go-with-the-flow kind of person. He played the competition by ear and went after whatever made sense. Cove as a surfer was as graceful as professional as a dancer on stage. His brow furrowed in concentration, yet his effortless smile never wavered. So Cove is a good surfer. He also has grown up around the ocean, surfed. However, you try to keep your focus on the feel of the waves and your balance on your board. He complimented you mildly after you tackled a big wave. You were awesome at surfing. You were pretty good at competing. You only fell off your board once, which wasn't bad. You didn't do well, honestly. I wouldn't go this far. She's no Rainbow Dash. You were pretty good at competing. Sometimes you mispositioned yourself on your board or came into the wave at the wrong angle, but overall you rocked it. Remember, they're only 13 here, right? So they're not. She's only had 13 years. She's not a professional by that age. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there's people who surf since they're little when they live in these areas, and they get really good at it. I don't know, but I don't think that she's really, You mostly stuck with safer ways and let Cove go after the Daredevil stance. You built up a strong consistency and got the rhythm of it down. By the end, well, you couldn't complain about your performance. Cove's performance took the winner's spot. Oh, so I get to choose how well... So that was literally how well I did. I got to say, oh, I'm not the best or whatever. I wonder if Studious Cove still goes surfing if he's not very good. Like, if you get the less athletic Cove. Like, I imagine this... I have really sporty Cove, so he's probably really good at surfing. That tracks. But I wonder what would happen if you can be better than him. Like, if I said I was awesome, it probably would have said I was, you know, better than him, or at least as good as him. But that's okay. He wasn't bragging about it, but from the sparkle in his eye, you could see his satisfaction. At least you picked up a couple things from watching his form. Perhaps if there was a next time, you could use them against him. What an afternoon. The setting sun was visible on the horizon. Every time you'd look away, it had sunk a little lower. The beach was darkening, but still pleasantly warm. God, look at that! Wow. You knew you should get out of the water before it was completely dark in the sea. You rode one last wave to get up back to the beach. There you picked up your surfboard and gave it a quick once-over. Cole followed behind you to the shore. He put his board on his other things and grabbed his towel to start drying off. As he ruffled his hair with the towel, you watched the sunset together. The colors were beautiful in the distance, and the shadows around you deepened. There was no need for words between you two as you both enjoyed the sight for the moment. Cole broke the silence. The waves were good today, I think. Yeah, totally, I guess. Perfect for surfing. Do you really think so? Yeah, totally. He nodded mildly. She would have been home in the 90s as a surfer kid. You've gotten so good. He couldn't help but smile at the praise. It meant a lot coming from him. You're still the best surfer here. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, thanks. I mean, he was humble about it, but you both knew it was true. You chatted a little more until the conversation truly died out, and all you heard was the rhythmic sound of waves, and then Cove sighed. I wonder if you, like I said, if he's always better than you, if he's sporty Cove, or if I could have been better than him. I'm tempted to go back on Shaq. Just to see how the dialogue is, how the dialogue is different if you go back. If you do that, but we'll go with this. This is our word. This is our entire thing. This is our moment. We're gonna play it out like this. The day can't be over, not yet. He scowled into the distance as if the sun exiting the sky was a personal offense. Yeah, I imagine when you're young and you have your summer and your limited time. I mean, I had kind of that vacation. It felt like days go by kind of quick. Don't you think it should be longer? Yeah, it felt long enough to me. Only a shrug could express your feelings on that matter. Yeah, no, yeah. Cole stood up straight in defiance of the approaching darkness. I'm not gonna go home yet. I want to go somewhere. I don't know. Cole was still dripping in salt water, so you weren't sure what the alternative was. Wetsuits were fine for the beach, and not much else. It wasn't a good idea for him to lug a surfboard around town either. You'd be real cute in that wetsuit wherever you go. Oh, jeez. She's not that flirty. Well, I need to call it a night. Yeah, I want to do something too. You sure will sure be welcome anywhere soaking wet like this? Yeah. Cole finally took note of his current state and laughed. He shrugged. Then he looked out at the shore with wide, shining eyes. There's at least one place that's always okay to hang out in, no matter what time it is. The park. He nodded. The park was virtually always empty. Even Elizabeth only went there nowadays if she was looking for you. Yeah, she doesn't... How times have changed. She used to be so protective of that place. In fact, the only person there was a chance to run into might be that Jeremy kid again. Yeah, thank goodness we'll never see him again. Well, one more time, probably. He brought up the idea to Cove and he cringed, but... I'm still going. The sun is still there. A little. I'm staying out as long as it is. You tagged along. You went home. Why would we go home? Why would you do that? I mean, if you were that kind of kid, I guess. Okay, let's go. Cove took a minute to put his stuff in order. He made sure to get it all, though he didn't take as much care to shake the sand off. You dealt with your own things. You stuffed everything together quickly. You took time. No. You took time to pack your bag. No, man. I'm done, Cove. He rolled his eyes with a bent smile at the announcement. At the final touch, Cove plucked his glasses off the beach and put them back on his face. He looked more like himself now. He led the way down the beach to the park. It wasn't far, so it didn't take you long at all. The sun still hadn't completely disappeared just yet when you made your arrival. Cove stuck a surfboard upright in the sand and tossed his towel over top. By now, the two of you were mostly dry. The summer breeze in your skin kept you pleasantly warm. Cove idly went over the monkey bars. He grabbed them, feet flat on the ground, and pretended to go across. He had definitely grown in the past few years. You could barely use the monkey bars yourself. There wasn't much space at all between you and the ground. See? Because we're tall. We're not short. When he got to a bar in the middle, Cove pulled himself up through and sat on top of the bars. His legs dangled off the side of the bar as he perched on. You joined him on the monkey bars. You stood nearby. You took a seat in the swing. No, we'll join him up there. So when I was a kid, I loved the monkey bars. I'm not like super tall or anything. I'm still probably too short for most monkey. I mean, I still have to reach up and grab most monkey bars, but I loved climbing stuff. I love jungle gyms, monkey bars, anything that allowed me to climb. I liked climbing rock cliffs too. I never really did professional rock climbing, but I've done some amateur rock climbing, just like climbing up cliffs and stuff. I like doing that. I still like doing it today, but I'm not putting myself out there as much as I used to because it's dangerous and I'm older. I don't want to hurt myself any more than I already do doing the normal things I do in my life. I hurt myself pretty bad over the week ago, and I'm still recovering from that. And that was just at a mall, and not climbing rock walls. Without Cove's height advantage, getting up there was more difficult, but you made it up. You climbed up the side of the monkey bars and pulled yourself to the top. You settled yourself in between two of the slats. The skinny metal wasn't the most comfortable thing to sit on, though you enjoyed the height it gave you. Guess what? He smiled broadly and raised an eyebrow. He's not here. Right, it was true. There wasn't a single sign of Jeremy. It looks like it was just going to be the two of you tonight. I think he was just there that day because his parents were visiting the town. I don't think they're staying in Killing Sunset Bird. Cove hung his head and groaned dramatically. Your eyes widened when he whipped up his head back up.
No way.
I can't believe how dumb my parents are for forcing me to come to this stupid place. You were taken aback and blinked for a second before you realized he was quoting Jeremy. Haha, don't scare me like that. One Jeremy's enough. That's not really nice. That's not really nice, funny, but not nice. You don't have to tease him. Parents don't know anything. Yeah, she would continue this because she hates that guy. We punched him in the face, man. Cole chuckled back at you, amused. You looked around. The old part of the streets you knew were like the back of your hand and the beach. These were your stomping grounds. You wondered how Cove actually felt, how much his joke was just a joke, and how much he was with sincere dislike of this place. Moving had never been his choice. Do you actually like this neighborhood? I know you don't think it's dumb. You let silence stretch between you. Do you actually like this neighborhood? Do you really have to ask that, Marina? Cove kicked his legs carelessly as they dangled. He smiled softly. I like it here. I really do. It's a nice place. He didn't hesitate. There was no uncertainty. That was his genuine opinion. Yeah, I like it too. Well, at least one person likes it here. He nodded wordlessly. Well, of course, I'm here after all. You're the best thing in the neighborhood, Cove. Yeah, this would be interesting if you didn't like where you grew up and you wanted to get out of there. But honestly, I tell you this right now. If I grew up in a place like Sunset Bird, I would never want to leave. It seems so... I mean, I'm sure there's lots of stuff we don't know about it because we don't see, like, the adult side of things very much. I mean, I guess we will more when we're an adult, but... And there's not probably a whole lot of opportunity in this because it's a small town. But you're not... I get the feeling you're not that far from LA here. If a person wanted to go to, like, LA or Vegas or some of the other big cities on the... You know... Or San Francisco or something like that, one of the other big cities on the West Coast. You probably could. A connected feeling fell between the two of you. I'm not trying to agree with everything he says, it's just that's the kind of person she is. I feel like you get a Cove that's always fairly similar in personality to your character. Based on how you act. Probably. It'd be interesting to play a character who is very in opposition to Cove's opinions. But in our case, we're good friends because we have a lot in common. And I didn't make this character like that intentionally, I just made a character, and that's how it works out. It didn't take long for the day to finally draw to a close. The sun was gone and it was dark. You chatted a while longer and it was definitely winding down. You better get home. I wish the days were longer. He chose not to say. I wish days were longer. I wish this day was longer. His feet kicked out. It made him look like a putty child. Oh well. Cove sighed. It was time to go home. He hopped off from the monkey bars with a thump and his feet hit the ground. You clambered down the monkey bars yourself. You lowered yourself more slowly than Cove and barely made a sound when your feet reached the ground. Cove grabbed his surfboard and threw his towel around his neck. With his water bottle in hand, he was ready. You both began your trek up the road. It was a quiet night and you didn't run into anyone else. In what felt like no time at all, you had reached your street. As you walked, Cove smiled to himself. It was a soft expression and you couldn't help but wonder what put it there. Hey, don't keep all that thinking to yourself. I just remember when we were younger. It used to be such a big deal to come home after dark. You could indeed recall. If you got sandy, your parents would have something to say. If you got wet, your parents would have had more to say. And if you came home after dark, well, your mom's and his dad had better have said it was okay beforehand. But nah, his dad didn't give a care in the world what Cove did when he was a kid. He barely ever got punished. We know. Don't you kid yourself. Me, on the other hand, he used to need permission for everything. That small comment he made exposed just how much freedom he really had this summer. Cove looked up into the sky, a smile still on his face as the two of you walked side by side reminiscing. When you came to your house, you turned to each other. Thanks for today, Marina. Bye. It was nice seeing you. This is definitely an interesting experience. Yep, thanks for the awesome day. Thanks for the awesome day. Cove waved, and you both turned around to your respective houses. This was a pleasant end to the outing, you thought. And that's that. I knew that was going to be the shortest one, which is good for me right now. I feel like having a nice short moment. This will be a little long. This will be pretty long. I don't remember if any of the rest of these are that long. This one's really good. I'm looking forward to this one. I remember what it was. And then obviously all the Derek ones are pretty long. I don't think this one's terribly long. This was definitely the shortest Derek one. But yeah, these ones. So we'll be doing some more long Derek moments eventually. But we had a nice little time here with our buddy Cove today. Hope you're all glad to be back. I will try to keep up it's been almost a month since we played this, jeez. I will try to keep up the schedule, keep it going, and we'll be at least maybe try to wrap up step 2 by the end of July. So we'll see you next time.